and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. We have 3 out of 6 of our members here, so we do not have a quorum. And so we cannot adopt the minutes from September 8th, 2025, which somehow I lost, mine disappeared.
It's vanished.
Yeah. Does the public have any comment? For those of you watching at home, there is no public today. New business, is this something we have to vote on?
I'm trying to think. No, I don't think so, because what the code requires is the plan commission president and secretary's signature when the plat is approved, but it doesn't actually require the commission to vote on it. But I figured we could take a look at the budget estimate, and maybe that might require, well, Amy Nooning said that you don't need to formally declare the bond amount separate from the process of accepting the bond. So maybe that doesn't require a vote. Maybe if the 3 of you kind of agree with the recommendation that I made in the memo, we can just go from there. Not really sure.
Well, like I say, that's something that required a vote. We could just try to reschedule before the council meeting next Monday. I don't know if that's holding them up from anything.
On our end,
Yeah.
I mean, we're just trying to move through the process as easily as possible.
That might actually, well, yeah, no, I don't think you'd need a vote. And so unless you wanted to vote on the amount, on the bond amount that you want
The
to set.
20% mark, the 1.2.
Yeah.
I mean, it always goes back to, in regards to the bond, it always goes back to the estimate.
Mm-hmm.
The bond
Amount.
list, yeah. 'Cause I have-
So, I mean, if the estimate's bad, then, everything else goes, but I mean, I'm just making the assumptions, right? That the estimate is reasonable.
Yeah. I mean,
It's not itemized out, so you can't tell how many cubic yards and, apply costs and evaluate
Yep.
labor and all that sort of, but
Okay, I see.
I'm assuming this is what they're working off of. And depending on which side of the, your estimates slide from being high to being low, depending on what your ultimate goal is.
mhm.
So this is just an estimate then? Costing us-
Yeah, and then the bond
Here,
is
I've
gonna
got-
be,
you got that. I've
yeah,
got
and the
this
bond
one
is based
here.
upon that. And you said 20% is, so the 20% is pretty normal. What the thing that always gets or concerns me is I feel like that, pricing on stuff is really volatile right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is.
It's
That's
incredibly volatile. Commodities, I'm sure, copper, aluminum specifically. I don't know where concrete, I just haven't gotten quotes on these types of things to know how volatile it is. So what happens if, in the worst case, prices, let's just say, double,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, I mean, the good news is that while the bond amount would require, what Amy told me is that the bond needs to be in relation to the total amount here in the estimate. You can see in that first column, they've already completed, almost $3.5 million worth of the work. So there's,
Is that self-evaluation though?
So,
Are you with the engineering firm?
yeah, well,
yeah.
I'm not,
Yes.
I'm not the engineer for it, but my name's Brock Sears. I work for Arbor Homes. I'm the land development manager for this project.
Okay.
Basically, it's my responsibility to get it built. I didn't do any of the design part of it, but basically, given the plans, once it was ready to start the work in the field, that's when I got it.
Got you secure contracts, get the
Yeah.
contractors rolling.
Yeah, So,
Administrative side.
you know, if you look at the site now, it's really pretty complete. I mean, the streets are in, the master work's done, the water's in and accepted, the sanitary's all in. We are working through a couple final things with the lift station, which should be done on the 20th. The only items, I'll give you.
Yeah, I've driven out there.
Yeah.
I've driven through there.
So what I did was I actually made, I think we have 9 separate bonds for it. Everything
Everyone
is,
get a copy, is that correct?
those are the originals.
These are all the
Yeah,
originals.
these are originals.
Oh, okay.
You're more than, but based off the bond estimate form that the engineer and Marcellus put together and worked through, I added a couple things that weren't included on that just to cover, which was the pathways and the common sidewalks. Curbs wasn't in it, so I've got you curbs. I kind of went through the bonds that I typically order at other municipalities, just trying to keep it. They're all at 120% of either the estimate, or if it wasn't on the estimate, it's actually 120% of what we paid for it. And I brought the actual pricing, you know.
So I see the series,
information.
which piece are, so I see the series numbers on the bond numbers at
Uh-huh.
the top right-hand corner. What document are you talking about of these that you said you add the 120%?
For the dollar amount,
Okay.
for the dollar.
And these are not all the same bonds.
They're correct. And if you look at the second page, this is your guys' specific
Okay.
bond format.
Okay.
And it'll either check off the box that bond pertains to,
Okay, I see
or
it
we
now.
had to write in other.
The
So-
asphalt
Just open
amount,
this, yeah.
So they're all, while
sanitary amount.
they're all similar in format, each bond is different for a specific construction-related item.
Gotcha.
If we had the as-bills completed, which we're working on, I mean, we're just trying to get this project go through as fast as possible. We would probably be trying to do it on a maintenance. In other words, it's built, here's our as-bills, we built it per the plan, everything's in good shape.
Okay.
We're actually trying to provide the performance bond,
Mhm.
which gives you, the safeguard, basically we're giving you the bonds to go completely build that subdivision from
If you were
scratch.
to,
But it's,
Surety.
if you were to fall
it's-
off the face of the earth.
but it's pretty much done. Really, so your surface bond, obviously we haven't did surface. So that would be one that has no work on, but it has 120% coverage. But the base binder and curbs, that's all in and out there, but you still have 120% of it.
So I do have a question. There's no electrical infrastructure outlined in your estimate as far as utility portion.
Correct.
What's the reason why that's not included in this portion?
The electric, we don't bond electric.
Okay. I'm sure there's a reason for
And
that.
I don't know why.
Okay.
I mean, I don't, because,
It's
water.
never been done, right? You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Okay.
The electric is usually an electric company, which you guys have an electric company, but it is a town company. I don't know why, but I've never bonded an electric part of it. I know dealing with the electric portion of it, we have some bills. We have paid some money, but we've got the outstanding bill that we'll have to pay basically for the power company to come out there and do their part of it, which has nothing to do with us here. It was a little more than we anticipated. So I think they're trying to wrap or, get information just so we can kind of wrap our minds around that.
So you know what costs you're dealing with?
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming you didn't get a cost beforehand. on the
Well,
electrical
we did.
portion.
And that's some information that the power company has provided just recently, that there were some estimates. We don't know who those were given to, but that doesn't, so we're working through that.
Okay.
Okay.
Sign-
Just so you understand, for full disclosure, I am on the utility board.
Ah,
Just so you understand,
Yeah.
just so you know.
yeah. Well, you've never seen me either, so.
Yeah, it's okay. It's no big deal. I just didn't want you to,
Yeah. No, that's fine.
yeah, I'm not gonna, just so you know, you're talking
We got it.
full disclosure and all that.
But yeah, in an honest answer, I have never bonded electric.
I just was curious.
Yeah.
my background's electrical construction, and I've done bonds and bid public works and all that sort before, but never on a development scale like this. So it's a bit new to me. The words are the same, but it's like why you wouldn't have the electric in there.
Well, we bond water,
Yeah,
it's
a utility.
And it's a
Yeah, it's a
utility. So I don't. I'm not even gonna try to make a good answer.
Yeah, you don't have to. I don't know, and it's never been done.
Yeah,
I had no answer either.
Yeah, I mean that falls
that
in
might
line
be
with what I've
something,
heard as well.
If that's something that the municipality wants to do, I think they have, do it. It just
It's not seeing this.
getting things
Oh, is it
out there a
weird?
little bit.
You good on this?
Yeah, I was just.
And my goal tonight is one, to get in front of you, to give you this information. I am trying to get the plat and get the plat signed so I can get the process to get it recorded. So, I mean, but just trying to figure out where we're at, where we need to be, and what we need to, moving forward. I also had questions. I'm going to have to come for the playground equipment.
Yes.
And this is the same board for doing that. So I was going to see if we can get some heads up on what you guys are wanting to see as far as that. I have the estimate from the company that we're going to, do all that through. I don't really have pictures of it. I've got items, but
And that, I think back when we first started talking about that, it's like, we can't give you anything yet because the price of that stuff just,
it just keeps changing.
Oh,
And see, and I didn't, and
That's gotta be crazy for you.
yeah, I knew that we had to come back through for the approval within like 3 months of getting the plat done. So, in fact, I'm building a subdivision. I wanted to get the playground stuff installed by the end of the year, but it's not really, it's important, but it wasn't top priority of what was going through my mind. And then
Right.
kind of find out that now we gotta go through that process again. So I'm just trying to navigate it.
do you know how many lots they've sold so far?
I do not. I think someone 3 or 4 maybe. I mean, we just now
Just started.
started.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to be careful.
Today.
Yeah, and that's part of the problem. We're trying to come up with release dates and tell people, okay, if you're going to buy, when could you possibly move into your new home? Well, that's easy to tell them after we built 20 homes and we know, hey, 90 days out, 120 days out. But it's
Right.
really hard when we're trying to finish the subdivision, still trying to get the permit, trying to factor all that in.
My
So,
It's
daughter
hard to
has
sell,
two
yeah.
friends that are moving from Lafayette down here.
Do we need to get the park department involved with this for the playground or no? Or
When we do it, I can have my son-in-law come because he's on the park board. He joined it just recently and they had some openings.
is that a meeting that happens like through the day? Is that a public meeting in the evening? I mean, is there like a technical review committee for it?
Not for parks. No, we're incredibly low.
Allie?
Town.
Because
I think they meet like 3:00.
Do they?
Do you know when the park board meets?
Their next one.
I didn't
Because
know they had a meeting. Regular schedule.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
they do.
they have a regular
Yeah, they
scheduled
do.
meeting. They
Yeah,
meet
they
each
do.
Think you're in
once
the
a month.
loop and you missed the
November
last week.
3rd is going to be their next meeting.
November
What?
3rd.
November 3rd.
November 3rd.
I have, I think with Marcel, I think I have a filing kind of a 20 days. I need a little bit of a process on that,
Yes.
which we'll get through. I'm just trying to get through the plat,
Yeah.
most importantly. But so what am I here asking for tonight? I would love to try to get my plat so I can move forward to getting it recorded. Even if we just got it signed and you held on to it till whatever. I think he wants to do a technical review
Yes.
meeting with it.
On Wednesday, we'll have the ordinance requires for secondary plats that the actual final approval comes from the TAC committee and the plan commission signs off once the TAC committee approves. So on Wednesday, the TAC committee will be meeting to make that determination.
And it has been reviewed and looked at with notes and corrections made. So
Yeah.
a lot of the process has been done. It's not like there's just
Right.
I don't really know that we're expecting any changes to come out of
I
from the review? From
I
the meeting?
don't
it's more
think so.
Formality to do it.
Yes, that's
So, even if maybe we could sign it and you guys just keep it till we go through it, I don't know what our options are. I'm just,
yeah. I
If it's nothing that we have to vote on, then we can probably sign, because I think it's already been approved from the original, hasn't it? I mean, when they
No, the first
proposed
part, we
the
have, but you gotta go through the process. You gotta
Yeah.
do the
Yeah.
tax review and everything. I mean,
Right.
I could hear the pressure. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I do understand.
So tech
But, I
meeting
mean,
is Wednesday, what
Wednesday.
time?
9 a.m.
9 a.m.
That's when the meeting is.
I mean, it's 9 a.m. Then after, so Marcellus walked me through this. They do the TAC meeting. If there are any comments that have to be done, let's say everything goes smooth, everything goes
Mhm.
good. Then the next step would be for Don and Jean to sign it, or you and Don to sign it.
Me and Dawn.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then
I
you
think
guys could meet on Wednesday. But does the planning, none of us have to be in attendance to TAC.
I
That's an independent, oh, you do.
I do.
You're on the tax.
So I'll be there Wednesday.
You're on the tax meeting?
Yes, I am. So I'll be there Wednesday.
Okay. So then after that, then you could sign it as early as Wednesday if everything went smoothly.
Yeah.
But there's nothing for us to vote on at this point. I
Right.
mean, the addition is going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, and the town council meeting is Monday. Is there anything that you need to be here for that?
I don't think so.
Okay,
So the
because I
second,
will come up and report on what we're doing.
I mean, I'm not sure if the only thing I'm not sure of is if while you don't have while the plan commission doesn't have final approval authority for the plat per se, I don't know if that includes accepting the bonds. Like you might have to vote to accept the bonds.
okay. But that's not going to stop him from getting, if you guys sign, does the bonds have to be accepted prior to that?
Before the plat can be recorded.
I mean, darn it.
Okay,
Can you guys make it next Monday?
I can make it next Monday. Call a quick meeting at 6.
I know school's on fall break.
Next Monday they're on
The
fall
20th?
break? Seriously?
The 20th?
Wow.
Yeah, I've got no issues of,
Gene should be back in town. You guys will get a message. I'll send a text to everybody.
what time do you want to meet?
6.
Same time.
Same time, okay. And we're looking to sign off on the plat.
Mhm.
Accept the bonds
I'm
and,
sorry.
Accept the bonds.
and then we'll sign the plat.
And you want to do it at 6, you said?
6 o'clock Monday.
And that is, what day, the 20th you said?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Mhm.
October 20th.
Okay. Can everyone be here at 6 next Monday, the 20th? We need to approve the bond. That it?
Monday the 20th or the 21st?
20th.
Should be the 20th. Just be 7 days from today.
I was saying, we're just the 13th, that
There's
makes
the 13th.
Yep.
mathematical sense.
Plus 7.
The teacher in you.
I had a girl ask me, are you any good at math? Well, it's not algebra 1, I can help you. And I did, she actually understood what I said, still got it. That work for you?
Okay.
Who wants to keep these? I mean,
I can take it.
I was just gonna say.
and this is just stuff I'd printed off. Which I'll keep.
Yeah,
So Brock, real
I have
quick-
digital copies of that stuff, but not the bonds.
So Brock, Marcellus is a consultant. He's our secretary, and he's the keeper of knowledge and guides us. And then,
keeper of
yeah, and then the rest of us, which We're missing a few seats are all free local.
And I think this project has some new players from the beginning
Hmm.
of it too, so we're just trying to
Yeah.
keep track of what's been done and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Just,
Yep.
just part of it.
It's really neat to just go out and see it taking shape. I actually walked inside the model.
Did you?
Yeah, I had.
Oh, you're that person that did.
No, I was looking for somebody and the guys in there, I think were setting up the internet.
Yeah.
In there, and I said, are either of you guys this guy or this guy? No, because my wife says, talk to these two guys. One of these two guys, and they're in a red truck. I was red truck parked there.
Isaac?
Yeah, Isaac's one of them, and then
Yeah. Pat Bertowski?
Pat.
Yeah.
And then there was some other guys, and there was a red truck sitting there. They're working on the lift station. I'm going, they're not going to be here.
No. Yeah, Isaac and Pat are, obviously work for Arbor and they build the homes.
Yep.
I build the subdivision. I don't really have much to do with the homes.
Yep.
They build the subdivision, or they build the homes and no, you know. Actually, I wouldn't mean that just ends up, we just end up pointing fingers at you.
Yeah.
Does that feel worse? The,
Oh,
the field, the
it's
office.
crazy.
Them guys in the office, them guys in the field.
So that's what, when I was a teacher, just everyone just pointed at the teachers,
Mhm.
the government, the administration, parents.
So the playground equipment.
Yes.
If I print off like cut sheets of the playground equipment, maybe they have a pamphlet of what it is. That the information you're looking for?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't necessarily have a pretty drawing showing, we know the area it's going to be done based
Right.
on the site plan, but
does anything have to be ADA compliant?
got it. I'm sure it does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We had we
Probably like playground design.
Yeah,
I know it
yeah,
sounds
we
funny,
have,
but
we have
yeah,
a playground designer, and we give them a budget,
Mhm.
and they say, well, this is what you get for that budget.
Okay.
So, and Allie Reeves is her name, and she said she's more than welcome to come to anything as well.
Mhm.
So, I mean, we can do that. I just
So who's on the park board? I guess trying to anticipate because
Yeah.
to keep him from having to do
You know what?
multiple trips
I
that are
don't
not fruitful
know
is a waste of his time. So.
Who's on the park board? I know there's 3 people on the park board.
Alex Visser's one of them. That's my son.
Yeah.
And one of them just lives like a couple houses down.
Mm-hmm.
well, I would like to get the playground approval started.
It's not.
It's not a signal 10. I mean, I think I'll start
10
with
for.
Marcellus as far as we got the application, got the check, although the check that we didn't think we had paid before we paid, I'll probably just keep that and use that for that fee.
Works.
So
All right. So
let me start with just filling out the application and giving it to him.
okay.
Mhm.
And we can start that going forward.
And then on the 20th, October 20th, we're meeting again to after the TAC review and everything's been approved. We can get everything signed and get them rolling.
Yeah,
so
get
we're not
them
holding
rolling.
him up
Right.
anymore in regards to.
Where is the actual TAC review?
It'll be here.
It'll be here.
And then you gonna keep these, or do you want to leave them here?
Probably want to leave them here for the TAC review. Maybe put them in
Yeah,
the
I'll leave them
office.
here.
So
Leave 'em
they're just
for
here.
now. Yeah, that way they're just
Okay.
here. I don't have
You
to-
don't want to lose those. So those have to go to New York to get the signature.
Okay, I'll give them to
Okay.
Ally and
I actually
Maybe
saw
I'll-
that. I actually saw that on the paperwork.
Yeah,
before
Allie,
we
keep
signed
them in
it.
the office.
Yeah.
I actually read it all the way down there. I said, "Who is that?" And I Googled it. Nice big company in New York.
Well, I appreciate your guys' time and
well,
flexibility to navigate this a little bit.
Yeah.
And
No
it's
problem.
just the circumstances didn't allow us to do any voting, but
Mhm.
we'll have a forum next week.
it's fine. At
Yes,
least
we
we
will.
have a direction we can head it.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yes.
just, I don't want to, I feel bad, people coming here from out of town.
It's all right.
Hey, we can't do anything for you, now we don't have enough people here.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Mr.
Yeah.
Chris. Have a good one, sir.
We'll see you Wednesday.
See you, Rob. Can I help you guys?
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna write this. My wife had signed him up for a class. It says it's Thorntown Town Hall. Tonight at
Oh.
6:30.
That might be upstairs.
Oh, yeah, go around the corner
It'll say
and
wait.
there's the stairs going up above us.
Okay,
I
all right,
thought I
thank
heard-
you.
Thank you,
All
I
right.
heard something.
Yeah. I think
So,
there's-
Okay, that was, where did my agenda go? Uh-oh, I removed it from up here.
That's it, there's anything else. guys?
Yeah, application of plats. So we will take care of that next Monday. Has anybody had a chance to look at what he sent out for the new
Ordinances.
ordinances?
I was reading through those.
Oh, no.
I read those today when I was subbing. It was a good time for me to do that.
Missed it. My bad.
Reading
I
those.
do like the chapter 10, all the definitions. I like that.
Yes.
There were a couple things. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, UDO ordinance. The introduction, I highlighted something. The administrator
Mhm.
who shall be appointed by the PC and shall have the following duties. Is that one of us or is it somebody like you?
That's me. Like that's what I am
Okay,
now.
that's what I wanted to. Okay, and then the executive, PC powers. Executive committee, is that us then?
What is?
Oh, wait a minute. The PC may establish an executive committee
Yeah.
of not less than 3 and not more than 7 persons appointed from its membership. So that would be people from here.
Yeah.
We could have like,
And that would be like if you wanted a committee to pursue some special project or
Right.
something.
Okay.
Like if there were some members who were like specifically concerned about some planning issue and wanted to have a little subgroup that would research that more intensely and then maybe present back to the full committee or something like that.
Okay.
I think that's my understanding of what that's referring to.
okay, the establishment committee, the naming of its and the adoption of rules governing its operation requires a 2/3 majority of the entire membership of the commission. Okay. I just highlighted this because the TAC, I already know that, that's something that Oksana really explained to us thoroughly. Okay, that was that one. That's chapter 10. Where's my chapter 2? There it is. I had something on it. The stuff that's in red,
Mm-hmm.
is that something that's new?
I haven't looked at the document in a long time.
I'm in chapter 2.
Yes, yeah, the
So
stuff.
there is some
Yeah, 'cause you-
actually marked out down there.
Yes, the stuff that's red is new, and then if it's crossed out, it was in the existing ordinance and it's being deleted.
Being deleted, okay. Because, oh yeah, the PUD, it had that little paragraph, and then this has got a whole, since we are starting to get into that. Okay, let me go clear to the top of this one. Okay, official zoning map. In coordination with the administrator. Okay, that's you. I think that's the only thing I had highlighted on this.
So we changed the minimum
Yeah,
living
the square
area
foot.
Yes,
down to 900 from 1,200.
Where did that come from? Is that that change?
You mean like as far as the number, how is the
Yeah.
number was settled
Yes.
on? 900 is just a more standard minimum size for like a smaller home.
Tiny home.
Not necessarily a
Not a
tiny
tiny
home,
home.
but I think the idea is 900 is definitely bigger than almost anyone's definition of what a tiny home
yes.
would be.
You can say 30 by 30
Um,
is 900 square feet.
Mhm.
And
And a house 30 feet deep is pretty good,
Mhm.
but 30 feet wide is not very much looking at from the front.
Right. Shotgun house.
I built one of those for my dad. It was a small house.
So, yeah,
I think it was 1,000
I
square
understand the 900 feet. Yeah, and I like the tables.
So I've been thinking hard about the tiny home situation, the inquiry that we had.
yeah.
And I realized that, I'm really for people building what they want on their property,
Mhm.
and I'm really for them making their own decisions. But what I'm not for is sloppy management of the property, making the whole area look bad. So
Yeah,
Yes.
subdividing it.
in my mind, I'm thinking even if you had a tiny home and the property was maintained well, I wouldn't care. And my neighbor was nice,
Mhm.
meaning, get along and everything.
Yes.
I'd have no issues. If I had someone who had a 5,000 square foot home with cars in the front yard, grass and road, I don't want them there. Right.
Yeah.
So it has very little to do with me, for me,
Yeah,
on
size.
the home. It has everything to do with who's living in the home and how they treat people outside there. That to me is the
And how they
deciding
keep
factor.
their property.
Right, and I understand, in towns, people will, perhaps a situation, an elderly couple that can't maintain their house,
Mhm.
fixed income. I understand all those parts and pieces. I get it. But when it really, at the end of the day, comes down to it, when I look at what I want in my neighborhood, it's not the house type that I really necessarily care about as much as it is the person there that they're, but you can't do that, right? You can't.
Yeah.
You can build what you want, but you got to be nice about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I know we had talked a lot about that, and I had to come up with a position, and that is my emotional state on the tiny home, because someone wants to build a small home on their property they own. Sorry, I think they should be allowed to build that house on that property they own. That's just
I have another question though. Okay, we have more homes than we have apartments in this town. Converting a house to an apartment. What kind of ordinances do we have on that?
Mm.
so. If you're a single person home and then you created two, you'd have to get it reclassified from a single person to 2-person home.
Right. So
Then would
yeah.
it be-
So
it would have to be rezoned because you're
It-
still in residential.
it wouldn't be rezoned. It would be.
It's touch point if you need to.
I'm trying to
Let's
remember.
see, it would
I'm trying to
be
remember if what I
two-family,
sent.
multifamily residential.
Right. So it changes. It changes the use, or so there's 3 basically categories of use here, with each with different standards. And so if you were to turn a single family house into and subdivide it, now you have to abide by these standards. And so if they can still meet these standards with
Mhm.
the house that already existed,
Okay.
then that's probably fine. And the other thing about it is, I don't remember if I sent the use table, right? Like all of the chapter with all the uses in it.
Yeah, chapter
I think
2.
it was there.
That's what he's in right there.
Oh, it's just farther down.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So I don't have it there.
Because it says additional site developments. No.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's right. It's
Okay,
at the
residential
beginning of it.
uses, assisted living, dwelling multiple family units, dwelling multiple family units, 4 units, 5 to 8 units. And that's high density. I'm in the high density.
Mhm.
Residential district.
Yeah. So this is the other thing too, right? Is that these are the allowed uses
Are you still in regular density?
in a district. I'm just using that as an example.
Looking
But
at that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then special exception.
Right,
bed
and so-
breakfast.
if you
So if it's like a 3-unit,
yeah, if they take a single family and turn it into a 2 or a 3 family, that would still be allowed in that district, probably, as long as they're meeting the standards in that table further down. If they wanted to make it even more units, then they would need special permission, and then they would need to go before the BZA. I think is how the code has it structured, to get that a special use permit to then make that conversion. And if they didn't do that, then you would cite them with a code violation, and then they would have to either
Correct it or pay a fine.
and they'd also have to go through utilities, electrical.
Mm-hmm.
to
you'd have-
make sure
so
everything.
depending
was
on how
up to
you depending on how you do your house, right? You're gonna have a separate electric service, separate water service for the apartment, or
If the
if
owner
you're just
pays
gonna
electric,
keep
he
it
may
all the
have
same
to.
and the owner pays
Mhm.
it.
date. Okay.
But if the renter pays electric, they'll have different meters
Meters, yeah.
for water.
I was just wondering.
Um, yeah. But like I said, I like the way this is spelled out.
Yes.
I still need to get me a cheat sheet, just a little index card, and I still have to write HUD. Okay, this stands for this. This stands for this. But if you haven't a chance to look over it, look over it.
Yeah, and Debbie sent me chapter 3, but I haven't had the chance to look at it yet.
Okay.
Alrighty.
And
She's
what's it?
cranking through it.
And I think chapter 3 is the
Chapter 1 actually has the table of contents in it, I think.
what did I say it was?
Chapter 1. Nope.
I don't think it's written yet. I
was
think
gonna say,
I think I said it in my
saw it.
email, but I'm trying to remember what I had said, because I know chapter 4 I think is going to be the like maybe it's the use standards. Maybe that's what it is. It's the like
Chapter 3, site development standards for
Yeah.
each zoning district.
Okay.
yeah, okay, there we go. It's the
Where
site
did you
development
find it?
standards.
It was in an email.
Email.
Oh, okay.
So
I knew I had seen it. I just.
Yeah, it was in the email he had sent.
she has that written, and I just need to review it, and then I'm waiting to then get chapter 4, and I'll send both of those together for you guys to look at, since they kind of go hand in hand. And then
And chapter 10 has all the definitions.
Yeah.
Okay.
and then so that should leave. So we have 1, 2,
10,
9, and 10, and then
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other one's going.
but Debbie has said that 2 is like chapter 2, the uses and all of that, and chapters 2, 3, and 4 are generally the ones that that information is the stuff that generally takes the longest to put together, and the other ones should be much quicker now that 2 of the 3 of those are out of the way, and she's working on the third one.
And speaking of zoning, the storage units that
Yes.
Tim wants to put in, do we know about that, on the zoning for that?
I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, I was going to go back to our old notes. So he has to file for.
He has to go before the town board. They just had the reading last week.
He wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
So what'll happen is
Tim Williams, that's his name, right?
Yeah. 10.
Mhm.
the public hearing for the rezone will be here in front of this body,
Okay.
and then you will make a vote and make a recommendation for either a favorable recommendation, an unfavorable recommendation, or no recommendation.
Mhm.
And that recommendation then gets advanced to town council, and then they make the final decision, taking into account what this body recommends.
Okay.
So I do have some questions on this
Mhm.
options. You said no vote. What is the definition of favorable?
Favorable means basically that Plan Commission sees no issues in terms of, or at least not any issues that should prevent the rezoning. So that basically means that as far as like adhering to the comprehensive plan, either sort of explicitly or in intent, in terms of meeting sort of the zoning and development requirements that either in the code or that this body wants to put as conditions on the rezoning, that given all of those things, the plan commission thinks that this rezone is a good idea and supports it.
Gotcha. And a no vote, what does no vote?
So
Or no,
So-
excuse me, what was the option?
it's no recommendation, and that that would only happen like very seldomly. It would be a situation basically where the plan commission is kind of divided, which shouldn't happen because it's an odd number of people, but or I'd have to like look at what the code describes, but there's like there's like very rare situations where you would have no recommendation,
Okay,
because the plan commission should be able to figure out
understood.
one way or the other.
Because I drove, my first initial reaction was emotional. Was, do we really need another storage facility in the middle of town?
Right.
Right?
Mhm.
So I drove by the location multiple times in
Mhm.
different directions, and I'm looking at it and going, it looks like kind of an institutional corner anyways. Out of the four corners, three of them, your cemetery, got the old fire station, and then a shop, a house, a small house, but it's a
Right.
big shop right there.
Yeah.
And then, it's already looks kind of not industrially, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Having this, that depends what the trailers look like and all that sort.
Mhm.
And then I'm thinking to myself, what house wants to move next to the cemetery? Now, I don't know all people. I don't know how I would feel about moving next to a cemetery, building a house. But if someone gave me the land, I would build a house next to a cemetery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I got a good deal on the land, I need to live in Thorntown, I would have no problems building a house next to the cemetery. Right.
But the other thing I look at is there's also one corner where the utilities have to have access.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that lift station.
Yes, how many people would want to build a house by a lift station
Right.
and have it in their front yard?
Right. I emotionally, so black and white, no, it's already been determined that's a residential area, right? But as you
Right.
look through that, it's like, man, that really, I could see that actually kind of going both ways. But it could be a storage facility now, office building 10 years from now. Gas station 5 years from now. Are we okay with that? But you can't, the other side of me, well, I can't predict the future, so why even worry about it?
Yeah.
It's like, I can't do anything about it.
The only thing that,
Only thing I can look at is what is being proposed in front of us at this moment.
the only things I'm concerned about is he said he wanted to build it right up to that fence line, and it's like, no, there's an ordinance where we have to have X amount of feet.
Well, we'll have to review it.
And
drawings
well,
that
and
sort
that's,
too.
for, he'd go before the BZA to get a
Yeah.
waiver on that.
Yeah.
Variance. Which, well, it was the last town council meeting because I watched the video of it. Well, they did get it straightened out when they appointed you to the BZA.
Yeah.
They did that. See, we appointed one.
Yep, Nancy,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then town
They-
council.
town council has to appoint one from us.
Mhm.
And they didn't do that.
They have to do 3 total people there
Yeah, they have
to appoint,
they have
So we have
three.
to give one more.
one more and then 2 other folks.
Right. So at the last meeting, they tabled it because I think you can't serve on it because you're on the utility board as well.
Right.
So and I think the other 2 employees, so it's between Gene and I guess. Because we're going to. Unless there's an opening on the town council now.
There is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sarah
Sarah,
resigned.
Oh, she did?
just
yeah,
moved out.
she's moving.
Oh, she moved?
Well, her
Where
house
is
is up for sale. She's moving stuff out. Yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday. I
Oh,
just
wow.
went to school here. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, I wanted to throw my 10 cents out there on both the tiny home
Yeah.
Yeah.
situation.
No,
and
that's
then
awesome.
also-
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
don't.
And you know, since I'm in an appointed position, my perspective is I help people
I'm not answering.
navigate to
Mhm.
the best of my ability
Right.
the system, and I don't have a vote. That's town council's responsibility to vote on this stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which is why that's a tough decision, just like the housing condition is a tough decision for town council. But they mashed all the ordinances, and in good conscience, you can't say no if they've mashed everything you required them to do. Other than, I don't like it because I live over there. Well, that's an emotional response. I'm
Right.
sorry, it's not, it doesn't work, that's not how, for me, that
We
works.
just need a grocery store now, guys. In town.
We used to.
Please.
Down Raccoon Lake, at the little intersection of Belmore, they put in a Dollar General. But they also
I
have,
haven't been by there in a long
well,
time.
they have a lot of chillers in there and they have produce.
Some Dollar Generals have produce.
Now they built
So,
one
did you
east
like
of
it?
that, not very far on the other side of Raccoon Lake.
Mhm.
And it's called a, I don't want to say super general, but you walk in there, the aisles are this wide, you can walk down with your arms sticking out.
Mhm.
And that place was awesome. And it had
Do
all
they have a
kinds of-
green front on it?
I can't remember.
Because I know when you come through Mulberry, they have a Dollar General market. And I've been in there and it's like a regular grocery store
Mhm.
that you go in.
It didn't
They have a
any-
little bit of regular Dollar General stuff like you find in ours, but the vast majority is all groceries,
It
fresh
reminds me of
meat.
the A and P when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And health and beauty aids,
Mhm.
but there's no meat on it. I mean, that's what,
Okay,
but I know where there's a place just north of here. But I told my son, I need to go check that out. In Colfax. His son does it.
Oh, my son's a butcher. It's like, go back to
You didn't catch that.
No,
I told him, we need to go up to this old farm and look at stuff.
Yeah, just hold on
I
to
was
your,
just there
hold on to your
last-
hat for prices,
week.
beef prices.
yeah,
Oh,
last week I was there.
Oh my gosh, beef prices are, that, you know, we don't
It
have
doesn't
enough
matter
beef
where
in
you
the
go, the beef
US. We don't have
prices
enough
are
beef in the US to
ridiculous.
satisfy.
I mean, I'm just shocked to pay $4.99 a pound for hamburger.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
It's almost cheaper to go out to eat.
Seriously.
Okay, so we talked about the storage facility
Mhm.
and the BZA. That was what the last meeting. Tiny homes, I haven't heard much from them on the tiny home side. They haven't contacted or reached out.
Well, no, because well, I got their contact info. I don't know if they took one of my cards, but I haven't reached out to them yet because we don't have an appointed BZA yet. So I don't want them to file the application and the application is like
So it's-
sitting
Just
around.
sitting around.
So I'm waiting until that all gets organized, and then I'll have them
Okay.
file an
Yeah,
application.
I told you my perspective on the tiny home thing.
Mhm.
I think there's a lot of concern with tiny home parks or what have you, but I don't have any experience with that. So
No.
Yeah.
And then building inspector. We're gonna subcontract that out, it sounds like.
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Which I don't know if that.
For
we
now,
can
I
have
guess
them
until
serve on our-
January?
our-
Yeah, I think Jeff Wolf Scott is getting the old Lebanon inspector who's doing it on as a probably like a 1099 as a consultant.
Yeah.
And he's charging.
But I don't know if we
hourly
can
rate.
have them serve on our APC though.
Yeah, he won't be
Well,
able
because they're a
to.
part-time employee.
Right.
I haven't heard anything from Jarrett Kelly on 47, that Hayfield property. He wanted to be annexed.
Yep. Haven't heard anything
Okay.
about that.
There were several people down there that wanted to be annexed.
Okay. I just was going through our notes.
Charlie Campbell is the name of the gentleman from Lebanon.
Yeah.
I knew I took notes on the summer. I'm listening to the town meeting. It's like, okay. I'm writing down this. I'm thinking, wait a minute.
That's I type notes because I can never remember. I have to type.
I got too much stuff in my
I
head.
used
lately.
to just write everything.
Shoot, I took a look at my resume today. It was like, oh my God, it's been that long. I had to go through, oh wow, I remember these days. I remember when I did this.
Wow, yeah.
It's
I
like,
should probably
oh
look read my
my gosh.
resume, see how old it is. My CV, my curriculum vitae.
Well, what's hilarious is now if you do AI, and you have it all done, and then you hit AI and it goes through and lines things up for you, though, and it's like, this is too weird. They didn't have much to do on mine. I mean, they changed a few of my words a little bit, but other than that, it was like, spot on. So it was like, okay, I still know how to do this. I'm good.
Everyone's using AI, I guess.
No, I just thought I'd do it just for a kid. Let's see
Yeah.
how much I really have wrong, how much I forgot from school and how to do this all over again.
So we covered everything.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You're
we
good to
did.
go.
Is there any other business?
No, sir. I don't have
No.
anything.
No, I think that's it.
Meeting hereby adjourned at 6:50.
Excellent.
And we couldn't vote to approve the minutes, so there's nothing to sign on that, right?
I still have the minutes from August.
Okay. Yeah, because I wasn't here in
Yeah.
September. I wasn't here in October because I had to work. No, November. It was August, September, I wasn't here because I had to work.
Right.
That surprised me when he scheduled me on.
Yeah, I don't know if it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know if like in those situations, if I could just like cross out your name and president and write Gene in there and let him sign it, or the
Yeah,
proper protocol is.
I think he can.
Usually VP, I mean, corporate world, the VP usually can sign contracts and
Yeah.
everything. It's the same as the president.
I will take these
Okay.
to
I was gonna say,
Ally. She's-
let Ally have those and she can keep them safe.
Go ahead and turn the owl off.
Stream.